7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
The Savachi syndrome, I'm telling you, I'm like, well, holy shit, that was crazy. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show, presented by TLR Coatings, Michigan's #1 custom powder coater. I keep changing that every week. It's kind of funny. Anyway, we are back wrapping up round 9 of the 2019 Lucas Oil Pro Motocross Series with, came from Washougal, so up in the great Northwest, and man, that was a race, huh? Typical Washougal track. So before we jump into all of that, let's just talk about the normal, boring, mundane stuff. So please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. We are 58 subscribers away from our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I don't know what we're doing for that yet, but we're giving something away and doing a show. Just drink your juice, I got this. Anyway, if you can't watch the show, make sure to listen on iTunes and SoundCloud. Make sure to follow us on all the major social media networks. And then if you want to support us, we have Patreon, we have Teespring, we have Amazon links, all in the description down below. You can click any of those links and it helps us out. And first things first, as per normal, well, not as per normal, the Pizza King is back. I mean, we are not doing a solo show. He's not happy, but he's back. Should I just start calling you Kenny Watson? Like you're just pissed all the time? Or Steve Mathis?
Yeah, Steve's always upset for some reason. I wouldn't be pissed off if I would have got some sleep last night.
Do you want to do a rant? Like you want to just do the whole show?
I mean, we might get a
Pizza Patrol pissed off rant.
We could get there might be a rant, on the show today about some different things, but I don't want to go into a rant right now.
Well, I'm going to put you in a rant right off the bat here. So we're going to start with fantasy like we always do. Again, if you want to play with us,
No sexual innuendos.
That was good. Anyway, if you want to play fantasy motocross with us, we use the PulpMX fantasy site. The season's winding down, but you can get signed up and get a couple rounds under your belt here to at least get used to it before we go into Supercross season next year. So again, PulpMX Fantasy, our league right now is Moto Aftermath Show, TGO. It's down here. And yeah, so we're giving away prizes to the top 3, except for you're in the top 3. So technically, I think it's first, third, and fourth right now because you can't win. So anyway, bro, I mean, it's probably gonna be too little, too late for me. But little by little, I'm chipping.
Cole kicked both of our asses.
Oh, Cole beat the shit out. Cole scored 100 points more than me.
Yeah, well, yesterday for me, like I told you, I had shit going on yesterday, so I had time to watch the practice show, but I didn't pick my picks off times just from what I see in practice.
Yeah, I didn't pick my picks yesterday either. I picked them like the day before because I didn't know what I was doing yesterday.
Yeah, I literally watched the practice show, didn't look at the first session of practice times, didn't look at the second session, any of them, and I just went off what I saw in practice. And I think, honestly, I would have had a better score. I had Sexton, who did well for me. It was kind of a throw it out there with a 1 handicap, him not being an all-star, but, if everybody knows if Chase, if he gets a good start, he could obviously be top 5 both motos.
And he was good. He scored 72 points.
Yeah, he was good. He was good. I was hoping he could at least get me in the 90s, but it is what it is. Ferrandis, he got me, he got me the 50 points. I had Oldenburg. Oldenburg, that was one of the ones that killed me because he ended up running into the lapper the first moto, and then Masterpool. And then in 450s, the one that really killed me was Bloss. I had Bloss, and he got 0, obviously. Now, if he'd have scored where he was in the first, I think I would have had a lot better score. Savachi, 100 points.
That was good. Yeah.
That was good, and I don't know why anybody didn't pick him because he's good at Washougal.
Because he's killed me multiple times.
But you know that every year, but he's fucking killed Washougal.
I can't. I just
can't.
Well,
obviously, you fucking didn't know what you were doing. I mean, you fucking got 100 points.
Yeah.
And then I also had Marv and, who was my 4? Oh, Wilson.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. So I scored 397. You scored 387, right? Yep. So my 250s, I had Mosman scored me the solid 50 points. He was like a 4 handicap or something as an all-star, so I was like, okay, that's solid. I had Sexton just like you with a 1. I mean, if he does anything, you're probably getting decent points. And again, he scored a 72. I got lucky with Derek Drake.
Yeah, he got 10th the second moto.
Yeah, right? And he scored me 80 points.
Did he get 10th?
He got something, but he had a good handicap.
The Peters
had
one
a
was
good.
the Peters
Yeah,
one.
Peters is what got me in the 250s with 37, and then the 450s. Like I said, I picked the day before, so I picked Jeremy Hand, who got me a big solid 0.
Never picked Jeremy Hand.
I was going out on a limb, bro.
Unless it's at Redbud, and even then, don't
The
pick Jeremy
thing
Hand.
that sucks is like if I'd have picked literally anybody else, I'd have had a solid score.
Like Bowers or LaCourse.
Yeah, but whatever. Anyway, live and learn. I still feel like I scored pretty good for having a 0 on the board. Who was the next guy I had? Webb got me 45.
Oh, you did have Bowers. Okay.
Yep, Webb got me 45. Bowers got me 58, and then Koga.
I was really on the fence
55.
about Koga because he had like a 14 handicap or whatever.
You know, I listened to the Pulp show about the fantasy, and they talked me into it. So anyway, 397 caught you by.
So
10
both of us
points
had a
again.
0. Both of us had.
Yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, man, like
Like I said, it's too little,
late.
too late, unless I fucking kill it and get like a $5.99 or something, or $6.99 or something in one of these.
I think the
last
thing,
three rounds.
I think the reason why I've had a stranglehold on this whole thing for all three of us is because like I think that your guys' best score has been better than mine because I think my best score is like 447.
Yep.
Obviously, I had a 496. Cole did yesterday, and I think you had like a 450 or something at some point.
Yep.
But my average score kills your guys' average.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like, I'm not saying. I mean, it's fantasy, so whatever. But that's the thing. Like your guys' best score has been better than mine. But I'm pretty sure my average score is almost like 50 points better than both of you guys.
Well, hold on, we can check that. Just talk some more about fantasy here, and then.
So, like, that's the thing, you know, it's all for fun, and, you know, we bullshit banter back and forth and stuff, but, yeah, I think it would, I'd have to epic collapse in the last 3 rounds for you guys to get at me.
I've been killing you.
Yeah, but it doesn't really matter.
Maybe it's not gonna load.
It doesn't really matter.
Oh,
And,
wait.
Unadilla, I have insight on privateers when it comes to the New York side of things, so I'm pretty confident for Unadilla. And Crawfordsville is literally going to be a wash because it might be another Mudfest.
So, your best score has been a 447. Mine's been a 438. Cole's has been a 496.
Which was yesterday.
Yep. Your worst score, 332. Mine was 278. Cole's was 249. Average, you are averaging 401. I'm averaging 364. And Cole is averaging 351. So that basically...
So like I said, my average score is like 40 to 50 points better than yours. That's where it is.
Yep.
That's pretty much where it is.
I am 10 points behind old school FLMX.
How many points are you behind me right now? Like 400 something? Cole's way back. I know that.
You have 3611 and I have 32, so like 300 and something. So
Yeah, but it's gonna.
yeah, it would
It's
literally
probably
take me
not
doing like a 600 score in one of the
Yeah.
rounds to catch you. So anyway, all right, cool. Anything else with fantasy? Let's move on. We're going into 250s and we have a lot to talk about. Okay, 250s. Can we just talk about those star bikes for a second?
Yeah,
I mean, dude,
better than every other bike
the
out
blue wave on the start was insane.
there. Yeah, and even Heartraft and Hayes were inside the top 10 to 12 on the start.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, you had 5-star Yamahas. We're the top 5 guys on the start.
Yeah, Oldenburg had the worst start, and his was like 5th.
Yeah,
4th, no, 5th or 6th or something.
you had all those blue and then that one green bike right in the middle. Just killing it.
Yep. No, it was. I mean, you kind of knew that was going to happen, though. I mean, the star bikes they have more low to mid hit than any bike out there, and
I mean,
they didn't get starts all year. What was it like 11 out of fucking 18 starts or whatever it's been, or 17 or some shit?
Yeah, I mean, is there a lot we need to talk about other than AC and Frenchie?
I mean, we could go through the normal list like we normally do and stuff, but that's where it kind of is. I mean, I think that this is a little bit to talk about, but let's just McAdoo. So let's kind of go how you want it.
Okay, well, I mean, Hardraff went 9-12 for 10th overall. That's pretty typical of him.
Yeah.
Amart fell off the wagon, but that, I think, was a Suzuki bike issue. I mean, I don't think...
They just couldn't get. He
even
just
though-
couldn't get a start. His lap times were good.
Well, his lap times are okay, but I don't think that Suzuki pulls enough up those hills to be able to keep up.
It
with
doesn't.
Star, PC, whatever.
I think the next 3 rounds, though, I mean, we'll see what happens. Amart is kind of up and down at the last 3 rounds. Unadilla, Budds Creek, and Crawfordsville.
I don't think he's going to do good at Dilla either. I don't think the bike's going to let him do good at Dilla.
We'll see on that. Budds Creek, I think, is going to be a bigger test because the elevation is a lot gnarlier, but Crawfordsville has always been pretty good to him, so we'll see. I kind of expect him to be back in the top 5 the last 3 rounds, but it just depends on if we have mud races the next 3 races.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. It's weird that he was on the box for pretty much 4 motos in a row, and now he's way off.
Just have an off day sometimes, man.
I guess.
It happens.
Unless you're Amart, you have an entire off season.
He's rebounded
been
well.
off.
He's been off, but he's been rebounded well. But it is a bike thing.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that if he was still on the TLD bike, that he wouldn't be riding.
Oh yeah. 8th overall, Nichols 5'9" on the day.
Nichols, I really think we need to look back at the end of the year, and I think that he's got to be kind of the breakout guy of outdoors, right?
Yeah, I would think so, because he's never been touted as an outdoor guy.
I mean, he's gotten podiums before, and he's been top 5, but it's not consistent.
Up there all year.
He's 5th and fourth or 5th
Something
in
like
points.
that.
So, like, yeah, like he's always been known as a Supercross guy, and I think that if we look back at the end of the year, I think that he's definitely got to be the most improved guy for outdoors.
Well, he said he was out to make a motion that he.
And he
was an
has.
outdoor guy.
I mean, he's been good this year.
Yeah.
I think he's had like what, maybe 2 motos outside the top 10.
How old is he?
Colt. I think he's 25. He's not old. He's 25.
Well,
he's not old.
he's not old, but
and
he's
relatively,
old
he's not
for the sport.
25 or 26. I mean, I think he's gonna be one of those guys that'll probably be on a 250F for the next 2 years, and then he'll go to the 450 class.
Okay.
Because if you think about it, he hasn't really come on strong until the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Okay, and then McAdoo 7th overall with a 6'8".
I really hope the TLD has already locked him up.
Dude, I hope so too.
Yeah, they're well now. Like I don't know if with Brian Moreau coming over, like that TLD team is going to be interesting next year.
I've heard that is kind of a stupid signing, but I don't.
That's
know
what
anything.
Mathis fucking thinks.
I don't know anything about him. So.
Mathis said, "Oh, that's a bad mistake." Mathis also said that signing Ferrandis was a bad mistake before he came over.
Yeah.
Fuck, Mathis doesn't know what he's talking about.
I guess. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, supposedly the kid's got some Supercross skills, but
Dude, he rode Monster Cup.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, he rides super. He'll be fine. He just needs to stay off the ground.
We'll see, but I think TLE is really dumb if they don't sign McAdoo. And honestly, if they don't, if I'm McAdoo, I'd never go back to that team again.
Yeah, but the problem is that McAdoo, it's not like he's got a lot to swing around, because if he doesn't fucking get signed by a TLD, he ain't get signed by nobody.
I guess.
I like Cameron. I really do, and I think it's great that he's finally pulling this out of his ass. But let's be real. He got lucky with this whole entire thing.
Well, yeah.
If guys don't get hurt at the beginning of the year, McAdoo's sitting his ass on a couch.
Yeah, but that's what he was going in for, was to be a.
Well, he doesn't really have anything else going on. Like, it's not like
Yeah.
he went to college or anything, so, like, he just needs to be hopeful that he gets a ride.
Yeah, but he's still real young. He's
He
like
is.
20, isn't he?
20 or 21.
Yeah. So, yawns are back. Hampshire, 6th overall with an 8.5.
Yeah, he was running good. That him and Sexton battled for quite a while.
Yeah,
we didn't
they-
see it, but
no.
if you looked at the lap times,
You could see it in the. Yeah, you could see it. They were coming through.
Yeah,
and
they
like
kind of
coming
like
to the front. So.
lashed onto each other for
Yep,
a good
that
12
second moto.
minutes.
And then Sexton 5th overall with a 4.6.
Does he
Dude,
get on the box at all the rest of the year?
I don't know. But you remember that rumor I told you about silly season? About him going to a 450 next year?
Oh yeah, I remember you saying something about that.
Dude, it keeps getting more and more track.
We can talk about that in the-
Something I heard about Savachi the other day, that he's not locked anywhere yet.
Yeah, man, I think that
So, I don't know that he's going to Honda.
Savachi.
Yeah.
I think the JGR thing, there could be some validity to that. I don't know. I still believe, and we can talk about it more come silly season, but I think putting Sexton on a 450 next year outdoors is a dumb fucking idea.
I don't think it's a great move either, but I'm just saying that.
Because I think that he is not ready at all.
Keeps catching more and more validity here.
Yeah, we'll see.
The longer we
But
go.
does he? Do you think he gets a podium? Like overall the rest of the year?
Man, I hope so for his sake.
I mean,
but I
the
don't
next
know.
3 tracks, I mean, the only track I could really see it happening is Budds Creek. He hasn't had great luck at Unadilla. Crawfordsville is kind of, once again, it's one of those things. Is it going to be a mud fest? Is it going to be dry? I know that the interview that they did with him, he said, "Oh, I want to get wins."
I mean,
I don't
you
see
got to
that
look at
happening.
who's ahead of him here in this finishing order and go, who is he beating? I mean, this is kind of like when we get to the 450.
I'm gonna be
Could
honest-
he beat Justin Cooper? Yes.
I'm going to be honest with you. He should be beating Mosman.
Could he beat Mosman? Dude, I don't know. Mosman's next up, by the way, guys. 4th overall with a 7.3.
Bro, that second moto, he was
he
on
was
one.
on one for
And
sure.
and was part of you thinking at the beginning of that moto after AC got around him and he was coming back through in the woods that he was like, "Oh shit, Mosman might get him back."
Dude.
Like, damn.
Dude, didn't he put a wheel in on Frenchie too?
He did.
I thought he did, and I was like, dude, is he really gonna
Well, like, what was
win
it?
this moto?
The
Like, just
second,
go out and win
yeah,
it?
like the second lap when they dropped back into view in the switchback when
Yes.
he slingshot the outside, AC, and he just stayed in. And I was like, oh
boy.
shit.
Oh yes,
It's feeling racy.
yes. He definitely was. He was on one that second moto, and yeah, dude, there was a split second there. I went, he he's gonna win a moto. Like,
I think that's once again is another one of these guys. That's a product who's getting a good start. Like I think that's probably who he could be if he gets starts the entire.
We make the comment like when we put him on TV, he does better.
Yeah, he does.
He needs to be on TV more. So.
Well, he signed a 2-year deal extension with Husky.
Well, that's good because he's definitely one of those kids that started rough and then had to develop.
I want to see him on East Coast Supercross next year. I want to see him stay away from where it's more stacked. And unless if Fortner goes back to East Coast, I think that's done. But I think if Mosman goes East Coast, where I don't think it's going to be as stacked, I'll tell you what, man. With how he ended his Supercross career, and I know this is an outdoor show, but talking about, dude, he could be a race winner, and
yep.
I mean, he is
not
definitely
arguing that at all.
He is killing it this season. So yeah, Husky was smart on signing him for another 2 years.
Yep. And then third overall, Justin Cooper.
Well,
2-4.
I wasn't gonna let anybody beat me if I got a start. Yeah, that didn't work out.
That didn't work out at all.
Bro, if somebody had my speed and Ricky Carmichael's tenacity, I think they'd be a perfect motocrosser.
Yeah.
The fuck, dude? That's the most arrogant thing I've ever heard in my life.
He's not gaining any fans.
God, people hate him. He is such a douche.
I heard a rumor that he had been asked about designations too, and if we send him, I will not watch the race. Absolutely not.
Well, we're actually going to talk about that at the end of the show, so I'm not going to go too much into that. But I have some comments.
I will not watch the race.
I have some comments about that, but no, I mean,
we won't do a show on it. I'm not watching it. Fuck that race if he goes.
With how and it's kind of, and I know that you kind of touched on it last week's show, but it's what I said. Like I was really curious to see what Cooper could have done.
You watched my show?
I didn't watch the Redbud one because I had shit going on, but I did watch the Millville one.
Oh, good, because the Redbud one, I called you guys a bunch of pussies multiple times.
I don't give a fuck, to be honest with you.
Because we didn't do the show in the pits like we paid to do. But
anyways, so he kind of he went through the midseason wall like he did last year, and I think that he kind of he's going to do probably for the rest of his career because that's just who Justin Cooper is. But he needed to have a bounce back ride. I know that overall wise, he did fine at Redbud and he did fine at Millville, but we didn't really see anything of him. He made mistakes at Millville when he was out front. He needed to have a bounce back day, and third overall I know is probably not what him and the team want, but he was killing it that first moto. He was riding good.
Honestly, at this point in the season, I think if I'm anybody other than AC and Frenchie, if I'm on the box, I'm happy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because, dude, those guys are a whole nother level.
Yeah.
I mean, and we can get into that. So, Dylan Ferrandis went one overall with a 1-1.
Finally got starts.
And Adam Cianciarillo went second overall with 3-2.
I'm just going to keep saying it like Frenchie gets starts, Frenchie wins.
I'm not...
He's the fastest dude in the class.
I'm not 100% convinced.
Convinced about what?
Dude, I'm still on. It was that bike being able to pull in those hills on the PC bike. Mm-hmm. And yes, I will give you the start.
But that's fine. But the thing is that AC had how much time to get around him, and he couldn't make it happen.
I mean, he had 60 minutes. They went at it both.
And he couldn't make it happen. And so he literally had 2 full motos to get around him, and he couldn't do it.
But in all fairness, there were points where Adam made a move on him in a corner, and when you dug out of the corner, you could watch that star bike pull away from that PC bike.
But that's racing, though.
Well, I know that's racing, but I'm just saying, like, literally, that was the difference. If you put, in my mind, watching that race, if you put them both on exactly the same bike, I don't care if it's a Yamaha, Pro Circuit, whatever, dude, I mean, I think it's more of it was a battle royale. Mm-hmm. But again, I think it's you toss it in a hat. I don't think either one's faster than the other one. I think it's literally start dependent. And crash.
Oh no, I'm not going out there and saying because AC even had the fastest lap both motos. I mean, it was like 2/10 or 3.
He was on one.
But the thing is that.
But you are correct.
But it was one. But it was one lap though. The rest of the time, I'm pretty sure Frenchie's average lap was better than AC's. And I'm here to tell you, AC made quite a bit of mistakes yesterday, and that's why I don't believe even if he would have gotten in front of Frenchie, like dude. And I know JT alluded to this. AC, I've never seen somebody go off the track more than this kid. Ever. In my life.
How about going off
This kid goes off the track more than anybody I've ever seen. Like, dude, do you not know where the barriers are at? Like, bro, like, what are you doing?
Well, somebody said on the Pulp Show last week that, like, in the GPs, they have, like, these catch fences just outside, and they're like, maybe we should do that because then people don't want to go out because your race is over.
No, all I know is that AC rode great. He was good. He had a great day. He lost a little bit of points, but still.
Like 8, yeah.
Yeah, but still.
He's still a moto up.
But I'm still saying, though, that Frenchie has proven my point, and I said this after, what was it, WW or the Wick or whatever, that when Frenchie gets a start, I don't see anybody beating him. And including, and as much as it pains me to say this, and we guess we can get into Hunter Lawrence being out for including Hunter Lawrence for the time being, but also, now we have facts to prove my point that Frenchie, when he gets a start, he goes 1-1. Mm-hmm. This is 2 races that he's done this now. When he's actually gotten off the line, he's gone 1-1. And now we have 3 races to go, but I'm going to sit here and tell you that if he does this again at Unadilla, he's not, unless something crazy happened, he's probably not going to win this title because how bad Millville went, but he's going to be looking back going, dude, all I had to do was get starts this entire year, and I would have fucked. I'm telling you,
but that's been his problem.
Yeah, it has. It has.
Can't.
No, and it's weird too. But
that's how he lucked into that Supercross title. I mean, that's just all there is to it. He got a start when he needed it at the end of the year in Supercross, and he got a start yesterday, and he's been a couple other ones where he's gotten a start. But
if Frenchie, if he wins 2 out of the next 3 overalls, but AC does just enough to win this title. But if, like I said, if he wins 2 out of the next 3, I think the story of this championship at the end of the year, we're all, not everybody, but people are going to look back and say, AC was more consistent and won the title outright, but he wasn't the fastest guy. And I'm here to tell you, I think that's what it was in Supercross. AC should have won that title. He was more consistent than Frenchie. Obviously, Vegas happened, but it wasn't a stupid mental mistake. As much as I don't like AC, that was not what that was. But Frenchie was faster. I think that's what's going to happen in this 250 championship. AC's going to win this title, but we're going to look back and go, only if Frenchie could have got starts. And that's his own fucking fault. It's his own fault that he couldn't get starts. But I'm here to tell you, I believe that Frenchie is outright the fastest guy in the class, but he's bit himself in the ass every time because he can't get off the line, and now it's going to be a too little too late.
I don't know. I still think him and AC are equal on speed, dude. I don't think he's faster.
I think he is. I think if you
honestly, I think if you switch it up and you put AC in front of him, I don't think he gets him.
I do because he was smoother than AC all day. AC made too many mistakes.
I don't agree with that. But whatever. And then again, the other thing. So if he if he wins a couple more overalls, how many overalls does he have for the year?
If Frenchie wins a couple overalls, if he wins the next 3?
Let's say he wins 2 out of the next 3.
He would have. Did he get WW? No, Cooper got WW.
Yeah, Cooper got WW because he.
I don't know. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Frenchie got. I don't fucking.
So is he gonna have 4?
4 or 5. If he wins the next 3, he'd have 5 overalls.
I mean, the thing is unless you really go back and watch it, people still aren't going to, because let's say AC wins the other one.
Yeah.
So AC's going to have 7 on the year. I mean, people are going to look at it and go, well, AC had 7 overalls. He was the fastest guy in the year.
But here's the thing, though.
I know, obviously, we're here now watching it, and we can indicatively see, okay, they're equal, or if you want to give the edge to Frenchie, whatever. But I'm going to say, when you go back in the record books and look, that's not how it's going to be looked at.
I honestly don't care about that shit. But I just care about the fact that Frenchie has gotten starts, and he gets starts, and he wins. Plain and simple. And there's no disputing that. Redbud, I wasn't here for that show. He fucking annihilated everybody at Redbud.
Yeah.
AC was not on his level at Redbud.
Nope.
And they both started together.
Yeah.
And Frenchie smoked everybody. Millville was a different story. AC got starts. Frenchie didn't. But this is 4 motos that those 2 have started together. And when Frenchie's actually gotten a good start, and AC has not been able to beat him.
Is Frenchie like AC Jr.?
No, because he's older than AC.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, can't get a start, but his ball's out fast.
Yeah.
But then crashes.
Like I said, I think that unless something crazy happens, AC's probably going to win this title. But I will also say, I dismiss this whole, AC isn't trying to win thing. AC's trying to win. He's trying to go up. He's trying to win. Yeah. He's trying to win. And people were like, he's doing... No. These next 3 rounds, I'm telling you right now, if Ferrandis or Cooper is in front of him, he's not going. I'm not good. I'm good. Now, Amar or Hampshire or whatever, it's debatable. But if those 2 star bikes are in front of him, he's not going to try to let them win.
He's going to at least try to push him for a few laps.
So here's he can't let Frenchie beat him because he cannot let it happen. He cannot get 3rd and Frenchie win out.
Yeah.
So here's my thing. What happens if, say, AC's luck runs out? Because I think part of these starts is his reaction time's good, and he's gotten a little bit lucky with other guys having issues off the start. Because once again, he is one of the biggest guys in the class. That bike is really, really good, but there's been some things that have gone his way. Say we get to Crawfordsville. Say Frenchie's won the next 4 because he's gotten starts, and this is a whole lot of what ifs, but that's what we like to do in this shit. Say Frenchie gets 4 wins. And AC has a couple motos where he's 3rd or 5th or 4th or whatever. He has a couple Redbud races or, whatever. What happens if we go into Crawfordsville and this is neck and neck and AC has another fucking moment like he did in Vegas?
man.
Because I'm here to tell you, I can see this. If Frenchie wins Unadilla, but then AC wins Boyd's Creek, it's not really going to matter. But there's no way you're going to sit there and tell me that AC is going to be comfortable if Frenchie wins the next 4 motos going into the final round. Because what would it be at that point? You know what the points are right now?
Like if they go 1-2? I think he's 26 up is all.
26 up? Okay.
So if they go 1-2 out, he wins by 10 points.
And we clearly saw the first moto that AC, Cooper can beat AC still.
Yep.
So if Frenchie goes, which by the way, the next 2 out of 3 tracks, Ferrandis is pretty good at, especially Unadilla, it's not guaranteed. I'm just here to tell you that if we're going into Crawfordsville and this is less than 10 points when we go into the first moto, if you're an AC fan, don't be all like, no, we got this. Calling that shit right now. If it's 10 points or less going into the final round, that first moto at Crawfordsville, if I'm an AC fan...
I don't see Ferrandis pulling 6 starts in a row, though.
No, I'm not saying 6 starts. I'm saying the next 4. If he gets 4 good starts in a
I
row...
don't see him pulling 4.
He might not. He might not. But if he does, I'm telling you...
His track record's too...
My point is that if we go in and it's 10 points or less, if you're an AC fan, I'm on my edge of the seat the whole entire time because I would bet the farm that he ain't going to win that title. Now, if you're over 10 points, I don't think it's really going to matter. But if it's 10 points or less, I'd bet the farm that he ain't winning that title. He's doing something fucking stupid, and he's going to land on his head and he's going to lose another championship.
Maybe.
Because Ferrandis doesn't make the kind of mistakes that he does when he's out front.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's very interesting. This championship is not over with.
But no.
If it's 26 or 25, it ain't over with.
But again, it's if Frenchie doesn't get a start and he's got to come through. I mean, he knows he has to come through. Look at last week at Spring Creek. I mean, and if he knows he's got to come through and then he makes a mistake and gets a 5th or something again.
If he's 5th off the
moto, I mean,
if he's fifth off the start, if he's 5th going into the first turn, I think Frenchie wins.
I'd say if AC beats him half the motos here, the rest of the way out, AC wins the title, no problem.
Well, yeah, because then it wouldn't be 25 points. It'd be more than that. But no, I stand by it. I think that Frenchie has proved that he's the fastest guy. He's just shot himself in the foot. He hasn't gotten starts. You know, we can, like I said, we can talk about, well, you put him on this, you put him on that. Well, AC had the whole fucking moto, or 2 motos in a row, the whole entire time to make it happen, and he couldn't. You ain't faster. Like, that's the thing. You can say, oh, they're close to the same speed, but you get beat. You're not faster on that day. That's just plain and simple.
Okay,
so,
I won't argue that. He was not faster yesterday.
what's this?
You're out of beverage. Star Bikes.
Oh, I was like...
Can't read my handwriting?
No, I see the bikes, but it looked like store bike.
Don't critique my handwriting.
I'm not critiquing your handwriting.
We're going to move on to 450s now. You're not drinking anything. Quit.
There was a little bit.
There was nothing.
There was a little bit. It was a drop.
nothing.
It was a drop. It was warm
Nothing.
anyway. It was watermelon. It was warm.
Ew.
It was warm watermelon.
I'll give you some more. All right, 450s here. So let's start. Bag it? Question mark.
I'd be curious if he races the rest of the year. If I'm him, I'm pulling the plug.
So you got Epstein Bar?
No, I just heard that he has a virus. That's it.
Epstein Bar.
Maybe. I mean, if it's bad,
Dropping it here. Moto Aftermath Show.
wouldn't surprise me.
He has Epstein Bar. Or, what do old guys get? Because he's old and bald. Well, I mean,
Impotency.
no.
Can't get it.
No. What's he? I don't know.
Kawasaki's disease.
I don't know. It's
Anyways.
got something. It's got something.
Anyways,
Loses
loss.
hair. Bloss. Yeah. Wow. So does the baby giraffe come back next year
To Rocky Mountain.
to any team? Period.
Yeah, I think he will. Because
Who's gonna sign him?
Rocky Mountain. If Bogle leaves Rocky Mountain, he's getting.
I don't think Bogle's leaving Rocky Mountain. Where do you think Bogle's going?
I think Bogle's going somewhere. I don't think he's staying on Rocky Mountain because I don't think they can afford to keep having a 3-rider team.
So they're gonna keep Baggett and Blows. Blows can't stay healthy, man.
No, he can't.
I'm literally.
I mean,
like,
I like Benny, but I'd keep Bogle over Benny. But I think Benny has a strong relationship with Forrest.
Is he paying for that ride?
No,
Are you sure?
no. The first
100%?
year, I think he was paying for his ride, and I can't remember who he rode for the first year that he was a professional. But no, he's not paying. I mean, dude, he got 6th at Millville.
I guess.
Like that's another thing. Like we always do, not just us, but everybody's really they're guilty of it. But like we see one race, like He got 6th at Millville. Like, come on.
Yeah, I guess.
He rode good at Millville. He had a bad
Well, it was a mud race.
It
was a mud race.
Yeah, it was a mud
It
race.
was a mud race.
No, that bitch was definitely not as bad as it could have been.
Okay.
Anyways.
AP 17th overall with a 13.
Can we, like...
Did you hear what happened to that bike?
No, because I think what they explained on the TV show was a bunch of bullshit. Oh, it had something to do with the whole shot device. What the fuck would... That has nothing to do...
He just said that because they pulled it out, they were rolling it, and then they bounced it to get the
But
whole
then,
shot device.
but then Will goes, yeah, when he disengaged or re-engaged the clutch, it just died.
Yeah.
How bad does that look in this day and age to have a factory bike that won't be...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And they're sitting there, I'm like, what the hell is... Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Yeah, AP's having a rough entrance, but, every time I watch him, though, he doesn't look like himself.
Not as rough as Savachi's.
Well, Savachi had a good day yesterday. So.
Well, yeah, but...
Or Hill. Well, Savachi's been better than AP and Hill. And Hill's not even racing.
Well, Hill is not going to be racing ever again, but that's beside the point.
Anyways,
talk about that in the silly season show.
AP, when I watch him, I just don't see the intensity. I think whatever his injury was, which I know is the ankle, but I know they had some other stuff. I think that it's still affecting him because he just doesn't look like himself. There's no burst, like there's no sprint speed. It's just level the whole entire time. So I think whatever's going on with him, I think that we're probably not going to see. He's not going to be back until Supercross. The AP that we all expected.
Oh, I was like, he's not racing.
No, the AP we all expect. I don't think we're going to see it until Supercross.
Probably not.
A1 2020.
Probably not. So anyway, getting into the top 10 here, Barsha
Had terrible starts yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he was like 20th both motos.
Irrelevant. The worst part about this is watching on TV. We haven't.
Well, he
irrelevant
wasn't irrelevant because if you looked at his lap times were inside the I think he was like 7th or 6th or 7th, but he couldn't get a start, which is weird. Like how all of a sudden did Barsha go from being the best starter in the world to like just mediocre?
Hashtag home life.
Saying he's getting complacent?
Yep.
You're saying his wife is lulling him into complacency?
Yep. 100%.
It's a dick move, and I kind of agree with you.
Not wrong.
It's not wrong.
Barsha,
I didn't say you're right, but I didn't say you're wrong.
Barsha lost his edge, bro. That's all there is to it.
Oh, he needs to be off that big blue turd.
He's not Barsha anymore. Wilson.
Had a good day.
9th overall, 710. I mean, okay.
It was a good day.
He was up front, second moto on the start.
He was good.
So, that's good.
Freddie Norn, 8-8, just a quiet 8-8.
That's normal Norn, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's who he is.
All right, so can somebody give John Short an exhaust system? Bro, he was running 10th for like 22 minutes. And I don't know what happened, but he dropped back to like 15th, so I'm pretty sure he went down. But can somebody just at least give this kid an exhaust system?
I mean, I don't understand why he can't get one. He literally top 5'd fucking
he definitely got some good
last
money.
week.
He's just like, fuck it, I don't need it.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't buy one. I would have been going to every
Yo, Mitch, hook me up with a Pro Circuit exhaust.
Yeah, and being like, yo, can I get an exhaust for my bike? Like,
man, if I'm like somebody looking for low-paying salary rider next year to just have on my team,
John Short is it.
John Short, I'm all about it, buddy. You get on a team.
Yep, 100%.
But I don't know where you'd put him. Maybe give him to JGR ride. Maybe, you know what? Maybe they need to go racing next year with him, Freddie. That'd be really bad for Supercross. Never mind.
They could be the backup team. You know, like the Rock River of whatever other company.
No, John Short was good on the 250F, but his 450 Supercross races last year were kind of...
I don't know. All right, so Savachi, 7th overall with a 6.6.
He's, man...
Is that who he is?
No.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Man, he was... Is that who that guy is?
Is that who he is?
Holy shit! No, man, he was really... He's always been good at Washougal.
Good hole shots. Both races.
His speed yesterday, it proved that his speed is there.
It really fucked me on fantasy because I didn't pick him. Because it fucked me the rest of the time.
He really proved his speed is there, but once again, he hasn't been in that position since Supercross. So, like, you know that he doesn't know how to control his breathing.
Good thing I didn't pick him because I'd have really smoked your ass, and then I'd have been closing in, and he'd have been like, "Fuck."
Whatever, dude. Anyways,
have to have you on Suicide Watch or something.
Whatever. I told you this is probably my last year doing fantasy.
If I beat you at fantasy, like, dude,
you're not gonna beat
you
me.
on Suicide
You're
Watch.
not gonna beat me.
Okay.
Anyways, he rode good yesterday.
Supercross 2020, bro.
Whatever.
Look out.
He rode good yesterday. Just like I said, I just don't think that because he hasn't been in that position since Supercross, he didn't. When things started happening fast for him, I think that he just pumped up and he just went backwards. But man, for what was it, like 15, 20 minutes? Like his speed was there. He rode great.
I'm totally getting a Savachi syndrome shirt made.
That wasn't Savachi syndrome. He didn't
No,
crash. That had everything to do with it.
I'm getting one made for next year.
I don't really care.
We're gonna have it in the store, so keep an eye out for that.
What the fuck happened to Zacho that first month?
Where is he going next year?
Savachi?
Yeah, he's going JGR.
I can see that.
The Honda deal's dead in the water.
You know what?
The other rumor I heard that I told you about, I think that's what's happening. Which is interesting because it opens up a spot on another team for Supercross.
What team? Moto Concepts?
Yeah.
Chad Reed, bro.
No, Reed's staying at JGR.
Reed ain't staying at JGR.
Yes, he is.
He's not staying at JGR.
Yes, he is.
Bullshit.
He was just at a race with fucking Coy.
Yeah.
2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Chad
telling Coy that he could probably top 5 the race.
Chad can talk all that bullshit he wants, but if he ain't
lives
getting
in
paid,
he lives in North Carolina. He's not moving, dude.
but if he ain't getting paid,
he's staying at JGR. He didn't move to North Carolina for a year.
I don't see it.
He's staying at JGR.
I don't see it.
So who's going to Moto Concepts?
If Brayton goes to Honda for Supercross,
Who's going to Moto Concepts?
it'd be Chad Reed.
No.
Who then?
I don't know. John Short.
That'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
No, actually, if this whole little round robin, playing tag, everybody moving around, be smart, I think I'd like to see Savachi on Rocky Mountain.
He's not going there. I'm telling you, he's going to JGR. JGR is the only team that gave him a 2-year deal. He's going to JGR. He doesn't want to go anywhere else because he wants 2 years.
Well, I don't blame him. Who the fuck would only want a 1-year deal?
Well,
That's stupid.
Well, when you're putting in the results outdoors that you are,
What are you talking about, dude?
Take what you can get.
You know what? Maybe if Kawasaki would get a bike that wouldn't break every other frickin' moto. You know what happened at Redbud?
This is why
you remember you know what happened at Redbud that first moto?
I refused to ride Kawasaki.
You know what happened to him the first moto? His
Bought
foot
3
peg
of
fucking fell off.
Yeah, I know. Trust me.
Yeah, his fucking foot peg.
That's a Rock River status.
Kawasaki sucks. So anyways, enough of Joey Savachi. Zach
What
Osborne.
happened to Zach the first moto? I don't fucking know.
And you know what? This really proves my point of how his first moto went, and you could even say back to Millville with Kenny's first moto and second moto. What happened to Zach on the first moto and the second moto is why nobody in this class, and we'll get to him, but the dude that won is never going to be considered great.
Yep.
This is exactly why. How in the hell do you go from getting 9th the first moto and getting beat down by 55 seconds or whatever the hell it was, to all of a sudden, oh hey, I got a good start, which you got a good start the first moto, and now I get 4th.
Bike changes, bro.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's what happened to Kenny. They went back to his base setting the second moto.
Zach Osborne is not Ken Roxon. Zach
base
Osborne
setting,
is a
bro.
bulldog.
Base setting.
No, I don't
we went back to our base settings.
To quote Steve Mathis,
Base settings.
bunch of pussies.
Base settings.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Because we're only 9 rounds into a 12-round series, so we're fucking with the settings that hard.
Yeah, whatever.
Base settings, bro.
No, I don't get it. I really don't.
Base settings.
Yeah.
We went back to our base settings, and boom, we went from 9th to 4th and battling for the lead.
He was battling for the lead.
Wasn't he on the first lap, or first 2 laps? I thought he was. He started right up front.
He started up front, but he was never actually within striking
whatever.
distance of the leaders.
Base settings, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what it is. Base settings.
It's whatever. It's just all these guys aren't great.
Base
That's
settings.
what it is. And we'll go to the next guy. Perfect example of another guy why nobody in this class is great. Awesome first moto, second moto, faded like a cheap suit.
And got penalized.
Yeah, that was really stupid. He should have known that he was.
Oh yeah, that was a dumb move.
Bro, you get pushed off the track. No.
Joey, move!
Get out of the way, Joey!
I'm coming back!
Ma, meatloaf!
Ma, get the meatloaf! Oh god, that was awesome.
That was so
no,
dumb.
he did that, and I was like, well, there's a penalty.
They even said it. They were like, oh.
I don't think that's gonna go without review.
So what the hell?
Dude, if I'd have been Weege, I'd have been like, that's a penalty, you dumbass.
Oh
Actually,
my
that was more
God.
of Langston saying, but anyway.
When he's drunk.
Oh my god, that was so dumb.
That was dumb.
4-7 on the day. I mean, Anderson's just not an outdoor guy, but
No, he's riding good.
this
Okay.
designations we're talking about.
He rode good.
He's going.
He rode good. He had a good day yesterday, but that's the problem though, is that he just has good days.
Yeah.
Like he has good days. The same thing with Osborne. Osborne has good days. Like they're just, other than Osborne's win at the Wick, like both of them have just pretty much been the same the whole entire year.
Osborne's going to win Butts Creek.
He's not going to win Butts Creek.
He's going to win Butts Creek.
He's not going to win Butts Creek.
I think he's going to win
He's
Butts
not
Creek.
going to win Butts Creek. Zacho was not going to win a moto the rest of the year. Jason Anderson is not going to win a moto. It's going to be the fucking same 3 guys that have been winning for how many rounds now?
Are you surprised Cooper Webb only went 3-5 on the day? And wasn't really like battling up
The
there?
first moto, he was good. I think when he started making mistakes, when he lost a little bit of toe to Eli after Eli got back or Eli got around him, it just kind of took the wind out of his sails. The second moto, I don't really have an explanation for that. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, dude, after coming off a 1-1 like last week,
I thought he would
the way he rides off confidence, I thought he would be battling. I thought he would really.
I thought he'd do good, but honestly, I can even see like Unadilla. I think it might be a struggle. Like Coop has certain tracks that he's really good at, and he has tracks that he's not that great at.
Sure.
You know, like Butts Creek, I think he'll be good. Crawfordsville, I don't know. Marv, 5-2 on the day.
Third overall.
Another perfect example of why nobody in this class is great. Like, bro, you got dropped. One rider after another.
I'm getting you a shirt made that said no one in this class is great.
Dude, I'd sport that shit every day.
Oh, it's happening. It's happening.
Well, only when it's motocross related. I'm not just going to wear it out in public.
You have to wear it to Redbud next year.
What else? What's going to be on it? What's it actually going to say?
No one in this class is great.
But that's ambiguous. It could be like, I could be talking about the 250 class too.
I don't care.
Well, I think the same thing in the 250 class as
Great.
well.
Then that's what you're going to wear.
All I know is that I'm not trying to be this old guy, get off my lawn shit. But
Yes,
Ricky
he is.
Carmichael and Stu and guys like that in Villapoto would not go fucking 4-7 or fucking 3-3 or 3-5. They just that's why these guys aren't in those leagues.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what happened to Marv yesterday. I was really expecting a lot better. I don't know
what's happened to Marv all year.
No, I don't think anybody has any idea. Like, how can you go from
Marv's pushing the pace?
that second moto he was, and he closed in on Eli, and I was really thinking after Eli got around him, he was going to push him all the way to the end, and then once again, he made a couple more mistakes, and it was just over with.
Well, must not see Mattil standing there.
Must not. Anyways, Kenny. So
are we?
Kenny's like the fastest dude for 20 minutes.
Are we under the impression that if Kenny didn't have the sickness, Kenny would be winning this title?
I have no idea.
His speed is insane.
He got 14th the first moto at
15
Millville.
minutes. Well, yeah, I don't know what happened there. But dude,
Nobody in this class is great. We need to get nobody in this class is great. Is this who he is?
is this who he is?
I'll wear him back-to-back days.
Oh god. I mean, dude, he just yeah, for 20 minutes he's fantastic. He's fast, he's pushing it, he looks great. And then, did you watch his lap times? Did we just fall off the bus or? The second moto they said he ran that 2:28, but that was when he went off the track.
Ooh,
so.
let's talk about that for a second. When him and Eli, no, that was when Eli ran it in on him and took him off the track, the first moto. When he ran that 2:28.
Okay.
Because
yeah,
Week said something about it. Okay, can we talk about that for a second?
Sure. What do you want to talk about?
What'd you think of that? Because they were like, oh, the lines came together. No, bro, if you watch it from the angle behind, that was definitely not their lines come together. Because there was a middle rut that Eli was going for, and then there was a small rut that pivoted halfway in on the outside. And I think Eli just slammed the shit out of him.
I was gonna say, I just thought it was a racing incident.
I do too. I don't think it was.
Kenny guy. Even I wasn't like.
I don't think it was
like,
egregious.
whatever.
But if you're Ken Roxon, do you get a little pissed off?
I mean, if
I
I'm
was
Kenny, I'm a
Kenny.
little pissed off.
I don't think I was
but-
happy about that. Like,
No.
Kenny's never done that to Eli.
No.
That was a racing move. I just watched Michael Lessie bomb
Can
Phil.
we talk about that? Because I haven't anybody to talk about that.
We're going to talk about that when we end the
Okay,
show.
all right.
So, like, that was dirty as fuck.
Oh well,
So-
we'll get there. But yeah, no, I didn't think that move was bad at all. I mean, it's just a racing move.
Yeah, no, I just...
Tomac just went boom, mine.
I don't know.
Kenny wasn't beating him anyway, dude. Tomac was on one yesterday.
Might as well just go into it.
Tomac goes 1-1 for first overall.
He rode
was on
awesome.
one.
He rode awesome. He rode great. I mean, the bullshit of, is Tomac the fastest man on the planet? That shit started up
started
again.
again already?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
One
fucking
race.
great. It's one fucking race. Yeah, it's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love how anytime Eli Tomac goes 1-1 in a race, that is he the fastest man on the planet? Is he beast mode? Whatever, dude. Like, he has these moments. The problem is he only does this like 4 times a year.
I have a question for you.
Sure. Shoot.
Throw this out here, since we're gonna talk about it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say hypothetically,
Okay.
he goes to Des Nations.
Okay.
Let's say he beats Hurlings on that track.
Mm-hmm.
Then do you say I was wrong about Tomac?
By him being the fastest man on the planet?
Yep. Let's just say this is completely hypothetical.
If he
If he beats Hurlings straight up in the moto they race together,
well, they raced 2 motos together.
Whatever.
Yeah, I probably would say that.
then you would get on camera and go, I was wrong. Tomac is the
But
fastest man on the planet.
knowing how that track goes, Glenn Coldenhoff
No, it's
can go
gonna
1-1 again.
yeah spank both of them, but whatever.
I mean, I would. Once again, that's a complete hypothetical because there's no fucking way in hell that would ever happen. But yeah, no, I would have to.
Don't say anything. We got 7th place at Redbud, so let's not say anything's impossible. All right.
No, I will.
But-
We got to get into this when we talk about it when we end the show. No, but back to the. Eli rode great. There's nothing bad to say about how he rode. He rode amazing. But once again, the problem is he only does this a total of 4 times a year.
Yeah. Do you like how Grant kept being like, "Man, I talked to Eli, and we know this isn't his style track, but
Is
man,
Grant-
it just works."
Has Grant become like the biggest? Man, he never says anything. And
Tomac nut hugger or what?
Yeah.
Him and Will Christensen, bro.
Well,
How long do you think it is before Will's pregnant with his kid?
Oh my God. Anyways,
I mean, seriously, how long do you think it is?
so can
Like, my girlfriend loves him, and like she was so jealous at Redbud when Will was in there, and she was like, he's trying to get away from her. It was the funniest thing ever to watch.
Well, we have nothing better else to say about that. So are we gonna cut and then go to end this, or what are we doing?
No, we're gonna. Okay, so we got a couple other things we want to talk about. First thing I want to talk about before we get into the other stuff. Let's talk about Canada. So for those of you who didn't watch it, you could go to like Pulp MX or like what is it, Filthy Phil?
There's actually
Instagram.
Somebody has the full race on YouTube.
Okay. Anyway, so like 2 weeks ago, Phil and Michael Alessi racing up in Canada.
Sendley!
There was quite the incident of Phil trying to go around the outside on Alessi. Alessi basically
Slammed the
squared up
shit
the
out of him.
corner, slammed the shit out of him, and then from what I understand, spent the rest of the race brake checking him and whatever else. And then when they came off the track, Phil waited for him. And then Mike started riding backwards down the side of the track with Phil in hot pursuit. And then basically in the podium tent behind the podium.
They were in the tent.
What?
They were in the tent.
Oh, yeah.
Mike was on the ground.
Mike was on the ground, as JT put it, like a dog that was just being submissive, like, oh God. And Phil was screaming at him, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yeah, well, also, what really,
Did you hear all the other shit too? Like their managers were fighting and
there was
Tony
some
pushed
shit-
some official.
there was some
and
shit
like,
going on, but what makes that whole thing...
It's a mess in Canada right
What makes
now.
that whole thing make Phil, and yeah, Mike was not saying anything, he was just looking up at him, like it was hot as shit there for that race, I guess.
Mike's just a bitch, but
You
whatever.
know, it is what it is. But what makes Phil look really bad in all this is Colton Fasciati, which for most people don't know is he's leading the points now after that, another Honda rider. He was sitting there behind Mike. I don't know if he was sitting on an ice chest or something. Colton's son was 2 feet behind him, and Phil's, I'm gonna fucking kill you! And Colton's just looking at him the whole entire time. Now Phil, Michael Alessi, kind of a bitch. Phil, we all know him, he's all...
Temper.
But Colton Fasciati would whoop Phil Nicoletti's ass in a fight, and is a lot bigger than Phil. And if my son's sitting there and I'm hearing you go off screaming like that, and I'm not old Colton's kid, but he can't be that old because Colton's not that old, I'm sitting there and I'm going telling Phil to shut the fuck up. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, you can't be doing that when you got young kids around. I know you're hot, it's the heat of the moment. You gotta have some self-awareness of looking around what's going on. Like, you just can't do that kind of stuff. Take it off, back in the pits.
Would it be bad if I said that I give Phil a lot of credit, because I'd have probably been beating Mike up?
No, because you can't do that. You got to have more. If you're a professional, you can't. This isn't amateur. If this was amateur stuff, that's different. As a professional, you can't let that happen.
I'd have been slamming him. I don't care.
Then you'd never race again.
I don't care.
Well, if you're Phil Nicoletti, who doesn't know how to have a day job like you do care, you can't do that shit. Then, like I said,
I'd have slammed him through that table that Fasciati was sitting next
if this
to.
is amateur stuff, that's fine. But like you can't do that kind of shit. Like you really can't. We saw what happened.
I can't do it in the amateurs either, because it's usually some kid that cuts me off like that.
But we
And
saw
if
what
I hit a
happened
minor,
here.
It's a problem.
We saw what happened here in the States when Weston whooped Vince Freeze's ass.
That was awesome.
So that's my point. So like,
It was the best day ever.
I thought it was funny as shit. I really do, because I don't like either. I don't like either of them. I don't like Phil. I think this whole tough guy act that he puts on is ridiculous. Like, dude, it's played out. It's old. Like, you're not pissed off all that time. I've seen you outside of racing before. I've seen you when you were younger. Like, dude, you're not. That's just. It's like the Roddy Mack thing and Jimmy Albertson. And Mike's just a turd. But anyways,
that was a bitch move by Mike, though.
Oh, it was for sure. Like, he slammed the shit.
I would like to see all the brake checking and stuff, but it sounds like something Mike would do.
Oh, for sure it was. I mean,
Of course, at that point,
Gurkey was gone in that race, so neither of them were
at that
catching
point, if you're Phil, why don't you just slam him anyway? Like,
I mean, Phil's done it before.
Like, I literally would have gone into a corner after he brake checked me a couple times, and I would have just put it right in the side of his
I
radiator.
wonder if Mike got penalized for that, though.
Mike did get penalized too.
That's what
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
The stupidest thing I think is Phil getting disqualified for yelling. Which, okay, in front of the kids and stuff, yes.
No, I'd have
he
just
needs to
fined
be
him. I wouldn't
Yeah, but
DQ.
the DQ was fucking stupid.
Fine him. I don't know how much money you'd fine him for, but don't DQ
Okay,
him.
great. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's get into the other stuff you want to talk about, which is obviously Desnations
We
coming
will
up.
find out at Unadilla. So, for anybody that doesn't know, we'll just give a little bit of backstory on this.
We're going to the Netherlands. It's a man-made
No,
sand
no,
track.
I wasn't
We're
talking
gonna
about that.
suck. Anyway,
Tomac and AC have not said no,
Kawasaki said no.
but Kawasaki said no.
Kawasaki's not
Even
doing it.
AC, and I wouldn't send AC anyways, AC has said no, or AC has said yes, but Kawasaki has said no. I'm curious if Monster Energy is going to step in, because if Monster Energy steps in and tells them you're going, they're going to go.
That wouldn't surprise me.
But I don't think we're going to see Kawasaki riders at this race on our behalf.
Nope.
AC has a better shot of going than Tomac, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think Tomac's going at all.
I don't think so.
Tomac hasn't said he's not going, but
okay, so here's my question, and this is just being completely objective on this.
I'm listening.
Tomac made all this stink about, oh, I want revenge, and oh, I wanna prove to everybody that was a fluke, and whatever the bullshit he said.
And next year he might.
And now you're not going. As a fan of just America, and I know that you're also an Eli fan, but I know that you're more of a Kenny fan, but you're still an Eli fan, and you want to see America win. But you hear this, and everybody's like, oh, let's be real. If Eli says he wants to go, he'd figure out a way to be there. If he doesn't go, as a fan hearing all those comments that he's made, how does that make you feel? Because you know how I feel about it. Does that make you kind of like, oh, now you're hedging your bets, you're making yourself sound good, but then you can be like, oh, Kawasaki said I couldn't go.
I mean, he is hedging it somewhat, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, well, if Kawasaki's not paying, I mean, what are you going to do? Buy a bike and pay it all yourself? I mean,
he could get KRT could loan him.
Which, I mean, granted, he's got the money, he could do it.
That's my point, though. If this is not like a privateer, and I'm not trying to make this all about bash on Eli, but it's a thing, though. If he never would have made those comments, this wouldn't be a thing. But the fact that he made those comments after Redbud about after we saw what happened at Redbud, and then you come up, you can't say, oh, Cowie's not letting me go.
Yeah.
Eli's got the money. He's got the money. He can figure out. Call up somebody over at KRT Kawasaki. I know you guys don't have a. Come on to Saul. He might not. Can I borrow his bike? And I mean, people are like, why you're not getting paid? Why would you spend the own money? Because when you make comments like that, people listen, especially with somebody like Eli.
The thing is, if you're a racer, and you have any sort of racer
pride
mentality, well, I wouldn't even call it pride, racer mentality, which is I'm out to be the best. So if I have Tomac's talents and my attitude. Yeah, dude, I'm shelling out that $100,000 all day long. I'm taking my entourage. I'm calling somebody, and if not, I guess we're going over. I mean, I'm going over early anyway because
he would need to.
I'm gonna ride sand track.
He would need to because he would ride because our guys are gonna ride. Well, people talk about Lomel, but Aston is completely different.
Yep.
That they're gonna ride a sand track that they've never seen.
Yep.
So my point is that if you're a fan of Eli Tomac, do you think that the narrative
supposedly they're not gonna do the sand track the way they normally do? They're going to make it more neutral. They're not going to use as much sand or something. Supposedly.
We'll see. But if you're a fan of Eli Tomac, do you think the narrative is not good?
I don't even know with him anymore.
I mean,
I don't even know.
I'm here to tell you, I think a lot of Eli fans are going to get it, but I don't think the regular Eli fan is going to be happy about that. Because you just can't make those comments, because it makes you look like an ass.
Probably.
So, if Eli's not going, and AC's not going, which AC says he wants to go. He said he would do it, but I don't think he's going because I don't think Kawasaki's going to do it.
No, because Kawasaki's going to want him to ride his 450.
So, right now, our three guys for MX1 and MX3, you say Osborne, they say Zacho, which Zacho would be a good pick. I'd like to see him go. I'm not a Zacho fan, but with his tenacity and the way he is, and especially with the way he is in sand, I would like to see him go.
Honestly, the rumors I've heard is Osborne, Ando, Webb, and they're going to put Osborne on a 250.
Yeah, see, everybody keeps talking about that, but I don't see that happening.
And Zach said on Pulp the other day that he would go on a 250.
But I don't see that happening.
I don't. I mean,
you know what I see happening?
If AC can't go, what's our other choice?
You know what I see happening?
Amart?
No. Well, that's what we should do. If we're talking pure sand, we need to send Amart.
I mean, I guess.
If we're gonna honestly, this is completely different than normal. This is not gonna be like when we go to France in 2 years or wherever it is. This is different. We need to send Zacho, Webb, and we need to send Alex Martin. Alex Martin is the best sand guy left after AC, which honestly, none of them are really that. You know what? If I fucking knew that RJ wasn't going to crash his brains into the ground, he's the fastest sand guy, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be either Amart or Cooper. That's who it's going to be. But I would like to see
If we say Cooper, I will not watch the race.
Well,
we will not do a show about the race.
I don't think Cooper's going to go.
I don't think so either, but I will not watch the race.
But everybody keeps saying that, or people are like, send Osborne.
2 minutes, so wrap it up.
Send Zacho, Webb, and Anderson, but put Webb on a 250. Either way, if we're putting a 450...
Zacho's been on a 250 more recently.
If we're putting a 450 guy on a 250, I'm telling you this right now, they're all going to get fucking smoked. They're not going to beat Prado.
No. Nobody's going to beat Prado, dude.
No, nobody... Well, I won't be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if Prado goes out and does what he did at Redbud.
Oh, man. How awesome would it be to send AC and just have him fucking ragdoll in the first corner again, like he did at where was it, down in fucking North Carolina? Remember when he ragdolled in that first corner and they just put the Instagram post, America! Like, that was awesome.
No, that's what I think the team's going to be. I really do. I think it's going to be...
Who is it?
I think it's going to be Zacho and MX1. I think that either Cooper, Amart, MX2, and then I think that Webb. Because I don't want to send Anderson.
No, I don't want to send Anderson.
Anderson's not as good as Webb or Zacho in the sand.
Nope.
So I think that's what's going to do. And if we're smart, we send Amart because he's a better sand rider than Cooper.
Yep. So.
But I don't know what we're doing for a bike though, because good God, that fucking whatever bike that they're sending over there on a Suzuki, that thing is going to be a god awful turd.
Can we put him on a Star Yamaha?
Can we take a Suzuki chassis and put a Yamaha motor in it?
Maybe.
So, anyways, who wins Unadilla? It's in 2 weeks. We got a 2-week break. Another one.
In 250 or 450?
Both. Who gets the overall?
I think Ferrandis is gonna win the 250s.
Okay.
As much as it pains me to say.
Okay.
And dude, Marv.
Goddamn, we agree on something.
Holy shit. All right, great. Well, that's been our show. No show next week because we're off. And yes,
3 rounds to go.
3 rounds to go. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Again, remember, like, subscribe, comment down below, links, play fantasy, all that kind of good shit. Everything's in the description. We'll see everybody in 2 weeks.